Hey, hey, hey! It's the first ever real estate marathon. I'm your host, Jazz Takhar.
Guys, what I am about to launch for you guys today is something that we've been working on for the last 9 to 12 months. Okay, this is not an opportunity, but this is a service that has been something that's very near and dear to my heart. At REC Canada, we pride ourselves in giving value first. And so when I had this thought of making sure how can we provide more value than any other real estate company on the planet, I kind of figured it out. It was offering a real estate concierge service. What does that mean? That's why I bring in my boy, Tyler Walbourne, Mr. Air Traffic Controller, Mr. Director of Real Estate Concierge Services. But the most important thing, a new daddy. How you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. I am the man with many hats.
Yes, you are. But the best new hat is daddy. Congratulations. How many pounds did she weigh?
So I do have my wife on, Cassandra. She is
love
fantastic.
you, Cass.
Nora was 11 pounds, and it was.
Do it. Just like say that again, because there might have been a lag.
So Nora was 11 pounds, and we didn't know because of the whole COVID restrictions. We didn't do an ultrasound since February, so she was a surprise 11 pounds. And Cass, she's my hero. She is a superhero. What I saw her go through is just crazy.
It's crazy. Cass, we love you. We love you not only for doing what you did with Nora and bringing this beautiful, beautiful person, human being to our lives as we are the extended family. I think I'm safe to say that, Tyler.
Yes.
But because of everything, the happiness that you brought into Tyler's world, I'm blessed, and I was so grateful to be at your wedding not too long ago. And then baby happened. That's just awesome.
Yeah, baby happened fast. We were actually in the middle. We were in Japan for our honeymoon, and it was the middle of a typhoon when maybe she was conceived. So
well, is that what we're going down that road right now? Let's go.
I wanted her middle name to be Typhoon Hajibis, but we chose Paisley instead.
So what's the full name?
Nora Paisley Walbourne. She's beautiful. I see pictures of her.
3 weeks now?
She's turning a month on the 17th.
Awesome.
So yeah, almost a month. It flew by. It was a whirlwind, but I'm happy to be back. This is the closest that Jazz and I have tried without me wearing a mask.
Okay, so first of all, Tyler's been with me for 6 years now. So
6 years.
It feels like he's been with me my whole life. He really is. I have 2 older brothers. I have 2 older brothers, as most of you know, which is always a healthy reminder that I'm closer to the bottom than I am to the top. But I never had a younger brother until I met Tyler. He really, truly is. This is not a love fest that I'm going to go on by any means, but I miss Ty because, see, when we went into COVID in March 18, we went virtual for, right up until a month ago, I think it was. We started coming back to the office, but then Nora happened. And so then obviously Tyler's going to take some time off. He took off 3 weeks, I think it was exact right time. So I never really got to see Ty. He's been back in the office, but even in a separate office than he's usually him and I are in the same desk. Like we're all kind of working together. So this is the closest you and I have been. Look, I couldn't hold myself. I was so excited to have you. I hugged you. And then when I was hugging you, I was like, shoot. I don't know if Ty's going to, he didn't come on with a mask. So I guess we'll figure it out.
That's okay. But I'm happy to be here and happy to finally have my face on the camera. I was the MC today, or the hype man of the chat, and thank you everyone for connecting.
Well, you're gonna go right back to that. Tyler's gonna go right back to that because that's what he just does.
Sprinting right back afterwards.
You guys hear me call Tyler Walbourne, but really Tyler Air Traffic Controller, because Tyler, anytime anything comes in, all the emails to info. How are we doing on info today, man?
We've had a lot of people just respond to us with getting connected with all the different service providers. Michael, Graybrook. Jeff, by the way, is the most interesting accountant I've ever spoken to.
Shout out to Jeff. Shout out to Jeff. If you guys want to get connected, you know what you need to do. And if you've already sent 100 emails already to info@reccanada.com, you send them more. Yeah. Tyler is managing it all. He has his boy Luke making sure that everything's going smoothly. And if we don't get back to you today, I know we'll get back to you within the next 48 hours. Yeah. But this begs the question, Ty. What is the REC Real Estate Concierge Service? You're the director of it, you man it, you vet people out, you do everything that has to be done with this division of our company, which is the REC Real Estate Concierge Service. What is it?
So that's a great question, Jess. We started the Real Estate Concierge Service about 15 years ago. Before I started, we've always prided ourselves, prided ourselves on being the connector. So always making sure that we have the service providers set up for you, we vet them out, and when someone, for example, if you're wanting to invest with us, you working with us, we want to make sure that REC is the one-stop shop. So if you do purchase an income property with us, and even if you didn't, we'll still help you out. But let's say you did, and you're looking for a contractor to help finish your basement so you can rent it out upstairs and downstairs. We want to make sure that we can connect you with those right people.
And we do it right from start to finish.
Start to finish, even before you start working with us. If you
never work with us, right, Tyler? How many people do you talk to in a day that they didn't even use our service?
Yes.
Which is I don't know why, but all kidding aside, at the end of the day, we're not the end all be all. We're not the only outfit in the town. We think we think we have the most fun doing what we do, and we attract all the people that we attracted. If you do business with us, awesome. If you don't, awesome, that's good. I hope you got a lot of value from this marathon and all the content that we create, or just use us for the REC Real Estate Concierge Service, because what's the cost of it, Tyler?
So there's no cost whatsoever to connect with me and to vet out the process. Just to start it from the beginning to the end, if you needed a local contractor, cleaner, mortgage broker, electrician, roofer, accountant, whatever it is you need in real estate, and that's across the country. We're currently helping someone in Prince George, British Columbia right now, and I've never been there, help source out a local roofer. So you know what? Let's talk this through, buddy. How did that come about? So Joe Blow or Mary J sent you an email to info@REC Canada,
and they're an REC insider. So all the new people that came through this marathon, and you've heard me say it, I don't know, 100 times, or the team's saying it as well, or they're putting it in the messages, Bobby and Tyler are in the chat group of the marathon. You're now an REC insider. You're part of the family, okay?
And one of the incentives or services is being connected with myself.
Okay, and then so what happened with this client?
Okay, so they reached out, they own a home in Prince George, British Columbia, and they needed to find a roofer. They sent me an email letting me know exactly what needed to be done. And we didn't actually have any service providers in that area. We've never worked with an investor in that area before. So what I did is I sourced out about 10 contractors. I did our due diligence, and we'll talk about that in a minute.
Yes.
And from there, I found 2 or 3 reputable services that checked off everything that we've done for the due diligence side, and I sent them over to the client. From there, they call them. I do recommend booking them both at the same day, not at the same time, but the same day, just so it's fresh in mind.
I like that. So you just talk that through for a second. So why do it on the same day? Like, what do you mean by fresh in the mind?
Sorry, the reason why I would recommend doing it on the same day is because you just met with the first person. And it seems to me anyways, and the way that I am, I always like the first thing I see. So for wedding venues, for example, we walked into one wedding venue and we picked that one because we like that.
It was a beautiful setting, by the way.
It was really nice. Yeah. But we wanted to, I recommend you seeing your options.
Got it.
So I've already done the due diligence and screened a few out, but you still have to have a good feeling with the contractor or the service provider that you work with.
Well, what's your gut feeling about that person?
Exactly.
Right? They might be the best in the business, but you might not connect with them well.
You have to be comfortable with who you're working and who you're paying for.
Exactly.
Right?
And so, guys, because this is the first, so before I brought you on, Tyler, I said, it's been probably in the workings for 9 months to 12 months. We've been referring out a lot of people, making introductions right across the country to a lot of people. And so I'm actually looking to you guys as the marathoners right now. Maybe Tyler's job depends on it. I don't know. I need you to send us a message in the chat group right now that the REC Concierge Service is a fantastic idea. Please give us the feedback. That's A, how we get better, and B, we keep on coming up with more and more ideas. Ty, talk about what you do to vet these people out.
Sure. So, one, we always like to work with service providers who ourselves or our REC insiders have worked with in the past. That's always our first step. Let's first get some really good reputable referrals and feedback from these contractors or service providers. If we don't have someone, though, in that area, like Prince George, British Columbia, for example, we go through the vetting process, and I have a checklist. Just like Michael, I'm a fan of checklists, and I have it on my computer. I first Google a lot of reputable or a lot of service providers. I then spend my day calling them all. One, they need to be responsive. If they don't pick up my call after I leave a voicemail, text message, email in the next 24, 48 hours, we're not using them. I don't care how good of service they have. If they're too busy to help me help an insider,
I love it.
chances are
We're not using you.
Yeah.
We're not using. We're not
exactly.
going to refer you out. I'm not going to refer out Wilson because I see Wilson's name there. We're not going to refer out and introduce an electrician to Wilson if the electrician doesn't even get back to us in time.
For sure. So second, I then want to see the work that they've done. So if they have any pictures of the work that they've done, testimonials, Google reviews, Facebook reviews, things like that. Third, they have to be easy to communicate with. The last thing that I would ever want is for any of our insiders to work with someone that they can't get their actual desires or the needs expressed properly. Fourth, the way that they are paid. We want to make sure that the way that
What's this? I didn't know this part.
we have to make sure the way that the service provider is invoiced or paid.
Yeah.
It's a way that our client wants to be paid.
Interesting how they want to do payment.
Yeah, so-
okay, got it.
So and really, I that's not a limiting factor. We just want
But
to know.
you just figure it out for the
if they
client.
only accept cash, do they accept credit card?
Got it.
Do they take checks?
Got it.
Just so I can write a list of it.
Got it.
Then the areas that they cover, as well as how many employees do they have. So that's also really important. Not that having someone with just doing the work themselves is a determining factor. I want all ranges of contractors, electricians, accountants. I want them all. So I want to make sure we talk to someone who only has one employee or themselves to someone who has 30 employees. And depending on, what that person or the insider is looking for,
Yeah.
I'll send them a range of different contractors.
that's awesome.
Just
That's
so
awesome.
they can get an idea.
Well, they get more of options, right? And
Yeah.
you're leaving it to the insiders. Are you in the process now of needing any services?
We always need
Okay.
great service providers.
So what's the
fields.
best way for anybody who's watching right now? We got hundreds and hundreds of people right now as we're talking and speaking. It's amazing. It's live. If somebody is an electrician or a plumber or a mover and a hair salon, we want everybody.
Mechanic,
I think it's
everyone.
safe. Car mechanic, whatever. You sell tires, you sell suits, you make custom shoes, whatever you do, okay, does not only need to be like right to real estate specific.
Yeah.
Because if you're in business, we truly believe in giving value first. Businesses can help other businesses succeed, especially during this time in pandemic. We need to keep the dollar flowing and moving, and a way to do that is businesses, small businesses, helping small businesses, entrepreneurs, helping entrepreneurs. Let's get this dollar moving. Ty, somebody's a plumber, somebody's an electrician. How do they get in touch with you?
Sure. So send an email to info@REC Canada. Let's hop on a call. I prefer a Zoom call, but we can also do an old school phone call.
You like the Zoom because of the video aspect of it, because you just want them to see you.
Yeah, I'm
I
looking
know.
at myself in the TV
I do
now.
too, dude. I do too. I told you not to look at the TV. You're
I know,
supposed to look
I'm
at
trying.
You know this is going to be recorded. I'll send you the link. I love it.
And once we do speak, again, I want to go through exactly a really good snapshot of who you are as a service provider. How can you help our insiders and help us? Essentially, we use our service providers also. Myself included in Jazz, we're not the most handy people. I might be.
Call it what it is.
You.
You're handy. You have a toolbox. I don't even think I own a toolbox anymore. I just don't own a toolbox.
But we need painters. We need contractors. We need engineers, electricians, accountants.
And so they send you an email, info@reccanada.com.
Now, and then we schedule a call, and I'm more than happy to expand our certified list.
Okay, and on the flip side, if you're looking for somebody, if you're looking for a plumber, electrician, okay, again, send that email to info@reccanada.com. Yes. Another thing that we do, okay,
or call me if I've ever spoken to you. I know I like to send people text messages.
Got it.
You can also text or call me. I'm really easy to reach. So any way that the reason why I'm in this role is, Jazz and Simeon and our REC team. They're fantastic at analyzing investments and helping investors grow their portfolios. I want to help people. That's why I'm in this role. I want to connect people with the right service providers for them and essentially do my part to help investors grow their portfolios.
Well, for anybody who's an REC insider and that you have connected with Tyler in the past, I don't know how this Zoom thing works. I'm more of an Instagram guy that I go live on. I know there's thumbs and hearts and stuff that you can do that. Bobby Pume, if that can be done, let them know. How do you throw in a heart? I miss hearts. I want to see some hearts on the screen if that's possible. Put the hearts up that you've spoken.
Send those hearts.
Send those hearts. If you've spoken to Tyler before and you've used Tyler in the terms of referring you to a realtor, because that's another big part of what we do.
For sure.
Right across the country, we spoke, myself and Seamless and Laura, in the opening that we have 33 realtors that cover that Greater Toronto area, but our company name is REC Canada. The company name is REC Canada, and what we've been doing for a very long time, way before we even started the REC Real Estate Concierge Service, is actually introducing clients right across the country. So if you're looking for a home or condo in one of my favorite places, which is Timbuktu, Saskatchewan, send us an email at info@REC Canada, and Tyler will vet out a realtor for you, even if you're just looking into renting a condo in Ottawa, or if you're wanting to buy a home in Halifax, or you're looking into selling your property in Quebec. Tyler will make that introduction for you. That's something that you do a lot of. Tyler, you actually have people send you lease agreements. How does that whole process work?
So I was actually going to talk about that next. It's funny you brought that up. So another part of our service is we help landlords and investors vet out and source their tenants, prospective tenants. We have two different packages for that. The one that I assist with is the helping you learn how to manage your own property. With that, I can go through your advertising, your rental listing, your photos, talk about different ways you can actually tweak and improve the listing.
Okay.
I do have some experience. I was helping investors find tenants for
for a very long time.
before.
You wrote a phenomenal blog, Ty, on the process of how to find tenants.
sure.
Maybe do you know that off the top of your head, brother? Because Bobby can put that in.
Yeah, it's on the RECCanada
Blog?
.com blog.
Okay, so go to REC
put it in.
Canada.
When
You'll put it in.
Yeah, I'll put
Fine.
it
Can you
in
do me a
the
favor?
message.
Can you find the blog and just put that link? So
Sure.
anybody who's anybody who is an investor right now and you're looking for a tenant, just read through Tyler's checklist. Tyler likes to also the whole team, my whole squad likes to make sure that they wear a lot of different hats. And so as we have a lot of media stuff happening around us, the videographer always wants to be a writer, and the writer always wants to be a graphic designer. It's like, I guess, how a magician always wants to be an athlete and the athlete wants to be a magician. They all want to kind of be each other at some point. They play, and they play real big, and they wear a lot of different hats. Ty, leave our marathoners with a Tyism for me.
Okay, for sure. Well, the first thing is always do your due diligence. No matter what type of service that you need in real estate, always go through the checklist, the internal checklist that you need to have. Second is assemble your all-star team.
Ooh, you know what? We haven't been talking about that a lot. Go hard on that for me, please.
We want you, as an investor, or just in general in life, you want to make sure you surround yourself with people who have done it in the past and learn from not just their successes, but also their mistakes. So then, in short, you don't make those simple mistakes that you might not even know about.
So this way you don't have to hit your head against the wall.
Exactly.
Tyler, me saying I love you wouldn't be enough, but I'm going to say it anyways. I love you. Thank you for everything you do. Thank you for everything you've done for REC. Thank you for everything that you've done for me personally. I could not be more happier the day that you told me Nora was born, because I'm glad she's looking more and more like Cass. That's the only thing I want to say to you. But I truly love you.
She's lucky she looks more like Cass than me. That's
100%.
Sure.
And I truly love Cass as well. I hope you're watching, Cass. Your man did a fantastic job. He does it every single day. Tyler, thank you so much.
For anyone
brother.
who wants to connect, send me an email, info@REC Canada, and I'll talk more about the real estate vetting of tenant side also.
Awesome. Send that blog in there too. Okay, buddy?